Okay, so now our next program is a little bit different. It's a fairy tale, a skit on Cinderella, which will be conducted by the students of LKG. So let us enjoy the magic of the fantasy world.
Fairy tale? I just love fairy tale, ma'am.
Me too. I still remember during my childhood, fairy tales were the only books on my table.
Even now I love fairy tale.
Is it, Sunana ma'am? I
Yes.
have a few. I can give you that if you want.
Okay, thank you so much.
And Cinderella is one of the, I should say, favorite character, favorite storybook of all of us. Each and everyone, whether male or female, definitely have read the story of Cinderella. So we are very much acquainted with the story of Cinderella. Isn't it, audience?
Rich man who has an only daughter named Cinderella. Cinderella, Cinderella, please bring my coat. Cinderella is in her own world, feeling lonely and missing her mother. What happened, my dear child? Why are you crying? For the sake of Cinderella, her father decided to remarry. He married to a widow having two daughters. Her father thought that his decision of getting remarried will bring happiness in her daughter's life, but it was all in vain. They treated Cinderella very badly. She grew up being their servant, doing all the household works. One day, Cinderella was sweeping the floor. One day, Cinderella was sweeping the floor. Her two sisters were sitting on the sofa and greedily eating fruits. After eating, one of her sister threw the banana peel on the floor. Cinderella, clean the floor neatly, you lazy girl. Can't you do a single thing properly? Yes, sister, I will do it now. Sorry. Cinderella was made to cook and worked whole day. Next morning, Cinderella was again busy with her daily household work. Suddenly, someone knocked at their door. Ting tong, ting tong, ting tong, ting tong. Cinderella, open the door. Cinderella opened the door and saw the king's man has come to invite them for a ball party. So she asked them to come inside. Then king's messenger messenger read out the message. Sisters were very much excited to go to the party. Wow! We will go to the party! And Cinderella was happy and excited too. So she expressed her desire to go to the party. Sisters, can I also accompany with you for the party? No, you dirty girl. You don't have a good dress and even don't have shoes. It's better you help us to get ready for the party. Go and bring our beautiful gown. The sisters got ready and left for the party. But Cinderella was left alone crying. Suddenly, a fairy appeared. She smiled and said, "Don't cry, my child. I will send you to the ball." "Who are you? And how can this be possible? Neither I have dress nor shoes to wear." "Don't worry, my child. Everything will be fine." Cinderella's old clothes changed into a beautiful new gown, and pointing at her feet appeared glass shoes. Wow, it's so beautiful! But I'm worried that my stepsisters will recognize me. "Don't worry, my child. I won't let you remember you. But remember one thing. The magic will last until midnight. So you have to reach home by then. I promise you." Fairy asked her to bring a pumpkin, and with her magic power, the pumpkin turned into a chariot which takes Cinderella to the ball party. Gilly, gilly, foo. a ball party. The party was going on, but when Cinderella entered there, all the heads turned towards her. Wow! The stepsisters also couldn't recognize her. The handsome prince saw her and fell in love with her. At the very first sight, he approached her and said, "May I have the pleasure of dancing with you?" "Yes, of course." The prince didn't dance with anyone else. He couldn't take his eyes off Cinderella. Cinderella danced all night with the prince that she almost forgot the clock was approaching midnight. Tick, 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 tick. Suddenly she remembered the fairy's word. The clock caught her eyes. "Oh, I must go now!" Wait, please don't go. Please don't go. The prince was not allowing her to go. While Cinderella was going, one of her glass shoes slipped off her foot. The prince saw the shoe and picked it up. Next day, the prince decided to find her in the whole country. The prince was so eager to find her again that he went along with his man to search for her. They went door to door. Every girl in every house was made to try the shoe, but the shoe didn't fit anyone. They finally reached Cinderella's house. They finally reached Cinderella's house. At first, the prince asked Cinderella's stepsister to try the shoe. The sisters tried to squeeze their leg, but the shoe didn't fit anyone. Suddenly, the prince saw Cinderella. "Hey, you! Please try the shoe." Finally, the shoe fit Cinderella's foot perfectly. The stepsisters were shocked. "Oh no! With joy, The prince exclaimed, "Finally, I found my princess." He asked her name. She replied, "I am Cinderella." He went down on one knee and asked her to marry him. Cinderella also agreed to marry him. They got married and lived happily ever after. Thank you.
Great performance. Give a big round of applause for our little kids.
I really went inside the dreamy land of Cinderella. Gone
Yes.
are those days when we were busy reading storybooks, comics, and etc.